We seem to we talked a little bit about just president things, I think.
Yeah, I mean we could talk more about president things, but I can't think of anything to talk about. Nothing really big president-wise has happened recently.
Yeah, nothing at all.
Last day felt more boring than it should have been.
Yeah, man, should have had Trump as president.
Well,
things would have been more fun.
I mean, he did make me hate him even more because he left for Florida to YMCA, which you do not touch.
Is this guy fucking around or not? I never was able to figure it out the entire time he was president.
I think he's smart enough to get people to... He's smart enough to start a cult. I'll give him that.
Yeah.
Like, if I remember that one episode of Film Theory about 50 Shades of Grey, he's at the take it away stage of indoctrinating people.
I don't watch Film Theory because I don't watch Matthew Patrick.
I mean, like, most of the stuff nowadays, like, I don't watch, but like
you just love 50 Shades of Grey. I mean,
it's cool to learn about cult shit.
I like cults, yeah. Cults are cool.
Yeah, he started a new channel that's Food Theory.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the first few episodes were had interesting enough concepts. Like, let's see, what was it? That one time a Japanese baseball team stole a Colonel Sanders statue and threw it in a river, and they haven't won a game since.
I didn't hear about this.
Yeah, no, it's like they got really popular because they were always the underdog babyface team, and just when they finally win the big one, they I don't know if I remember it being like either the fans or the baseball team, they just go fucking crazy like how Chicago goes whenever their team does a thing. Yeah, they end up throwing a Colonel Sanders statue that they stole outside of a KFC into a river, and they just bad luck ever since. Fruit Loops, one, are all the same flavor.
Yeah.
Two, are the exact same thing as Apple Jacks or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Except they have a special flavoring thing on them.
I saw a thumbnail from a Food Theory video not long ago that was like, Cheetos are actually like cow food or some shit. Score 24.
24, fuck you. Which fast food place gives you the best price for their items?
I would like to know that, yeah.
I think if you go price per amount, or I guess price per weight, I think it's like a medium McDonald's fry is less expensive than the small and the large. Either that or it's Wendy's, because they take into account a lot of shit like how much of the container gets filled. Yeah, another good one is that Subway sandwiches by, I guess, Irish legal definition are not sandwiches. Or no, their bread isn't bread.
What?
It's closer in classification to cake. Kind of like how banana bread's not like, the classical definition of bread. A loaf of Subway bread would resemble more pound cake than a loaf of, like, white bread, I guess.
Okay. Sorry for hitting the mic, I sneezed. I remember whenever I was in Japan for a while, I got really hungry, and it was kind of late, and most stores and, like, dinner places close, actually, around, like, 6 or 7 or something like that.
Yeah.
And this is bread related, by the way.
Yeah.
I went to this bread stop. It was like a bread cafe with my brother, and the menu was literally just like regular sliced bread, but you could add like things to it.
Like things in the standard bread context sense, or like
they wanted it to be like a dessert bread cafe, but it was just like regular, like, out of oven bread, and you could add fucking chocolate chunks.
What?
And like coffee spread or whatever to the bread.
I mean, coffee spread sounds.
That was the best part of it, but it didn't make a lot of sense. Just a lot of just the stuff that you could get on there, and like it wasn't even that good either. And it was clear that they didn't make the coffee spread or anything like that. It was just like they just bought it, and I don't really know. Like that's a place in Tokyo, and I don't know how they're in business with that kind of shit. But you know, fucking whatever.
Yeah, like if it makes money, it makes money.
There's a lot of bread related stores that I went to because there's a lot of really good bakeries, and there's a lot of good bakeries that you can get in like train stations and shit. So sometimes I would just go to a bread location and pick up like fucking garlic. Well, basically it was called a pizza bread, but it was really just like a garlic bread with like some cheese and a tomato in the center for some reason, and it was good, but it's not pizza bread. It's just garlic bread with cheese, dude. I always would get this like strawberry smoothie from a Lawson that was like not far from the train station and my apartment. That was a incredible experience every single time. That fucking smoothie was so good. It was like a yogurt smoothie with strawberry bits and shit like that, and it was like made with real strawberry shit. So like not like one of those fake ass like smoothie shakes that you could get in America. It was like real shit. And not only that, but you could poke a straw into it. It came with a straw to poke into it. That's very important to me. And I would get it almost every morning. Anyone who's watching this and ever goes to Japan, let me give you a little rundown about food, okay? It's likely that when you're in Japan, you're gonna notice that food is rather expensive. So let me give you a little hint as to how you eat in Japan. All right, don't eat in convenience stores like Lawson, 7-Eleven, Family Mart, all those. Speaking of all those, Lawson's the best one, just aesthetically, and also you could get cool statues and toys and shit at Lawson, and also their food's better. But like I said, don't eat at those places because they're actually overpriced. If you're hungry in Japan, to actually go to a grocery store in Japan and buying actual groceries and making your own meal.
Make sure to sniff your onions, kids.
Yeah, make sure to sniff your onions.
Still can't get over that.
I still think about that, dude.
Yeah.
Guys, watch like the first episode of fucking what is it? What was it?
Opening New Doors.
Yeah, Opening New Doors. That shit's great. I kind of want to do like a Terrace House podcast one day, and just like watch the new season.
Yeah. Well. I wouldn't know about watching the new season. I'm pretty sure someone died because of that.
Wait, what?
Yeah, like one of the people on there, slapped one of the other people on there. Like it was staged, obviously, but the person doing the slapping was a professional wrestler, and their ring gear got ruined before Wrestle Kingdom, which Japanese WrestleMania, I think, or something other like big pay-per-view or whatever. She got harassed so much online, she ended up doing
what?
She unalived herself.
What?
Yeah.